Hello everybody, welcome to what I hope to be my next project on the channel. Haven't done anything with History Maker Baseball in a long time, but just recently purchased the 10th anniversary Baseball America set. Decided to do something with that. So I'm going to be playing as the Buffalo Bees, and I've already made out a schedule, or at least the Stratomatic computer made out a schedule for me. So the first game for Buffalo has them in Charlotte. So that's where we're at right now at Amicable Insurance Park to take on the Charlotte Challengers. I do have the teams split 6 apiece, 6 in the East and 6 in the West. However, the East is a little bit top heavy as far as best records go. If we look at the projected records that Play.com put out for each of these teams, the Eastern Division has a 520 cumulative winning percentage. The Western Division has a 480 cumulative percentage. So Buffalo is right there just below 500 projected. So we'll see if I can get over 500 at the end of the season, I'll be very happy. And what does the season consist of? It is 54 games. And I'm going to be playing Buffalo 54 games. The other teams, I'm using the Universal Instant Results chart to do those based on these winning percentages. And the way the schedule is working out is Buffalo will be playing each of the division rivals 6 times, 3 on the road, 3 at home. So the 5 other teams playing them 6 times, that's 30 games. And then the other 6 teams are playing them 4 times each, 2 at home, 2 on the road. 4 times 6, 24, so you get your 54 games right there. My start date, not that it really matters, is June 1st, 2022. And since it's a fictional thing and whatnot, I thought I would go back to the real old days, back when Mr. Rogers was on. A lot of you guys that are my age probably remember Mr. Rogers very well when you were a kid. And they had this thing called a trolley, which would take Mr. Rogers into the land of make-believe. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to have make-believe, basically a make-believe season, if you want to call it that, where we're going to transport ourselves into the land of make-believe. We're going to have fictional announcers, fictional everything. So hopefully this works out very well. It's something that's I've been kind of brewing on for a couple of weeks since I've gotten the set, trying to figure out what to do with it. Did a lot of prep work, and this is what I came up with. So hopefully it is enjoyable. Remains to be seen, I guess. I do have the score sheet right here. Both teams are semi-harmonious since it's opening day. And I've got my lineups here. Starting pitchers for the Charlotte team, it'll be Nick Gilmer. And for the Buffalo team, it'll be Steve Show. All right. So, with that in mind, I'm kind of a narrator in this from the top level, and we're going to go ahead and zoom in to Charlotte, and I'm going to turn it over to our fictional announcers, Ronnie Robinson and Kip Scary. So let me pause the video and get ready to make that transition for you. Maybe in your mind's eye, you can picture yourself being on a trolley. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hive Talking, the official pregame show of your Buffalo Bees. Hive Talking is brought to you by BG's Engine Products, because your car should be dancing. Yeah. I'm Ronnie Robinson, along with my broadcast partner, Kip Scary. Well, the 2022 season has finally arrived, Kip, and there's nothing quite like it. For sure, Ronnie. It's too bad we couldn't open in Buffalo, but Charlotte's not a bad place to be either, as long as there's baseball to be played. You've got that right, Kip. Amicable Insurance Park here in the Queen City is buzzing, and I can't wait to get the season going. I understand you were able to get a few words in earlier with tonight's starting pitcher, Steve Show.
Yes, I did, Ronnie. My guest on Hive Talking is today's starting pitcher, Steve Show. I guess you could say he is the pregame show. I sat down with Steve earlier to get his thoughts on the team, opening day, and this Charlotte team.
Steve, thanks for taking the time to chat. Opening day is give you a few butterflies, even if it's not your first. Oh, sure. You never know what a season will bring, and it's exciting to take the journey. That's for sure. How do you size up your opponent tonight in Charlotte? Charlotte's going to be a tough matchup. Of course, they have Roynell. He can carry a team, but it will be important to keep their leadoff man numbers off the bases. He can give a pitcher a real headache with his speed. And those speed guys can wreak havoc, can't they? You bet. A guy like Numbers can put the entire defense on their heels. He's going to take the extra base every chance he gets, and with him, there's no ground ball that's ever routine. I want to keep him on the bench as much as possible. That's a good idea. The pitching staff looks solid with yourself and Pimentel at the top of rotation. I think so. I'm just glad Skip has confidence in me to start the opener. It's a lot of pressure, and I hope we don't disappoint. I'm sure the folks back home will be pulling for you. Thanks for your time, Steve. My pleasure, Kip. That's Steve Show for being my guest on Hive Talking. Steve will receive dinner for two at Hooligan Steakhouse. For the best in prime rib and mouth-watering steak, stop by any of the Buffalo area Hooligans. Remember, at Hooligans, we like it better when the gang's all here. Now let's go back to R Squared, a.k.a. Ronnie Robinson.
Thanks, Skip. Let's look at tonight's starting lineup for both teams. First for Buffalo, it'll be Lamont Clark leading off in left field. J.R. Keel will bat second and play third base. Slugging Joe Barkdahl will hit third and patrol center field. Batting cleanup is newly acquired Todd Sergeant. Batting fifth is the catcher Dallas Autry. And hitting sixth is the designated hitter Dylan Hutto. In the seventh position is shortstop Nick Rayford. He'll be followed by second baseman Rocky Oberbeck. And batting ninth is the right fielder Greg Dollywall. And on the course on the mound is Steve Show. For Charlotte, leading off will be the speedster Winston Numbers. He'll be in center field. Batting second at second base is Price Dow. Hitting third is the very dangerous Ricky Roynell. And the cleanup is catcher Waylon Wezolowski. Batting fifth is the designated hitter Rufus Williams. In the sixth slot is left fielder Larry Borrego. Batting seventh and playing short is Joel Weaver. Hitting eighth and patrolling right field is Vince Hairston. And batting ninth at third base is Nick Kittinger. And on the mound will be right-hander Nick Gilmer. The umpiring crew for tonight's game, the crew chief is Conrad Delahunty. He'll be behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes. Manny Hernandez will be at first. Marty Del Cambry will be at second, and Jerry Fowler will be at third. Buffalo manager Danny Lee and Charlotte manager Clyde Garland are at home plate exchanging the lineup cards and going over the ground rules here at Amicable Insurance Park. And we'll be ready for the first pitch after a brief timeout from Through the Loom.
Welcome back to Amicable Insurance Field here in Charlotte. Nick Gilmer has finished his warm-up tosses. Lamont Clark is in the batter's box. And here now for the play-by-play is the voice of the Bees, Ronnie Robinson.
Thanks, Kip. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Buffalo Bees Baseball. Game number one of a scheduled 54 set. And this is the first of a three-game series here in Charlotte, here on opening night in the Queen City. Gilmer looks ready. Clark looks ready. Home plate umpire Delahunty yells play ball. And as the song goes, let's get this party started. All right, so Lamont Clark will lead things off for the Bees against the right-hander Nick Gilmer. Gilmer is a semi-star, double flash with semi-control. It'll be Clark, Keel, and Barkdahl here in the top of the first for Charlotte in this inaugural game of the 2022 season, first of 54. Not all game will be telecast, but a good number will. So here is Lamont Clark stepping in, the righty against the righty Nick Gilmer, and this 2022 Buffalo Bees season is now underway. Get a 2-6-6, and it says run on first, thrown out. No, leadoff batter. Yes, he is the leadoff batter. He's going to single. So how about that? The season starts on a good note with Lamont Clark getting that base hit to lead off the inning, thanks to being the leadoff batter. So Lamont Clark starts things off with a base hit, and that'll bring up the third baseman, J.R. Keel. Switch hitter. See if he can get Clark into scoring position. Gilmer didn't like giving up that hit to Clark, but we'll see what he has in mind for J.R. Keel. It's a same none, but 266 says runner on first thrown out, so Lamont Clark gets picked off by Gilmer. So if you want to get rid of the base runner, you pick him off, and that's exactly what happened. Lamont was sleeping over there. Probably could have used some help from Rollo, but he wasn't around, so Lamont gets picked off. You big dummy, as someone once said about a Lamont of the past. He gets picked off, and we're at one away. And J.R. Keel will now step in with the bases clear. We get a 2-4-4, and it says, is he an ace? No, he's semi-star, but not an ace. Is a batter a champion? No, he's not. It's going to ground out to short. Unless there's a whiffer, he is not a whiffer. So it's simply a ground out to short for out number 2, and J.R. Keel is retired. That'll bring up the third hitter, Joe Barkdahl, semi-champion, semi-slugger, and semi-patient. The righty stepping in against Gilmer, trying to get something started here in the first. 1-1-4. It's pitcher fresh. Yes, we're in the first inning, so he is fresh. It's a ground out to short, and the inning is over. So that leadoff single was a good sign, but then that pickoff kind of took the starch out of him. So after half an inning to play, it is Charlotte. It's Buffalo nothing. Charlotte coming to bat. And we'll be right back to start the bottom of the first. Steve Show on the mound for Buffalo, getting the opening day nod. You heard his interview in the pregame show. He's all excited, as are we, that he is their starting pitcher. And the speedster, Winston Numbers, he was prominently talked about. Want to keep him off the bases as best as possible. You definitely want to keep him off the bases. Let's see what Show can do it. Numbers, a right-hander, a semi-hero, a champion. He's patient and he's active, so if he gets on, he's definitely looking to run. But Steve Show wants to keep him off those bases. We got a 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Yes, first batter of the game, he's fresh. He lines out to second base. Snagged over there by Oberbeck. He makes the play, and that keeps the dangerous Numbers off the bases. This could be a numbers game because you want to keep Numbers off the bases. Here's Bryce Dow, speaking of second baseman. Second baseman for Charlotte. Got a tough hitter, semi-champion slugger, and a semi-home run king. So has to be careful. 1-6-6 is a workman of Gilder. No, he's not. Is he a whiffer? Yes, he is a whiffer. So Bryce Dow will go down on strikes. Out number 2. And that'll bring up the very dangerous Ricky Roynell. Hero slugger and dangerous. Roynell. 3-4-6 for Roynell. And let's see. 3-4-6. Is he eager? No, he's not. So it's going to be a walk. So Ricky Roynell will draw the 2-out walk. If he was active, he would steal, but he's stoic, so obviously he will stand right where he is. But Ricky Roynell is your Charlotte base runner with 2 down. And that'll bring up the catcher, Waylon Wazalowski. He's a lefty, power-hitting lefty. Show has to be careful. 2-2-5. Is he a star? Yes. Steve Show is a star. And since he's a star, it's going to ground out to Overbeck to end the inning. And at the end of 1, we've got no score here from the Amicable Insurance Park in the Queen City of Charlotte. And we will go to the top of the second. And leading off will be the newly acquired Todd Sergeant. Came over in free agency. They needed a big bat, and he's hoping to fill the bill. Sergeant, semi-home run king. See if he can get some power going here against Nick Gilmer. 3-4-5. Is he iron catcher? The catcher, Wazalowski. He does not iron. Does he have a good eye? No, he does not. He will strike out, and that's in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for the next at bat of Dallas Autry, the catcher. So Nick Gilmer will be semi-hot because of the strikeout. And of course, Autry will be neutral because of not having hit yet. 2-6. Hot pitcher, yes he is. Overpowers the batter with the best pitch, and he struck him out. So another strikeout for Gilmer, as he's in a hot groove right now. That little dot made him hot. So there you go. Dylan Hutto, the designated hitter, stepped to the plate with 2 down and the base is clear. 3-5-5, and that is asking, is the pitcher a struggler? No, he's not. Is he a champion? He is not a champion. So he'll ground out to second unless he's a whiffer. Unfortunately, he is a whiffer, so Gilmer will strike out the side here in the second. And Buffalo has to get their hitting shoes on because right now they're not hitting anything but air. So we go to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second, and Rufus Williams will lead off. Rufus is playing as a designated hitter in this game. Righty batter, semi-slugger, so you got to be careful with him. 1-3-6 is the pitcher an ace. No, he's not. Is he whiffer or cold? He's a semi-whiffer. Decided gives him the whiffer quality, so he will go down in strikes as well. So how about that? Rufus Williams, will fan.
And excuse me, Robbie, but that was the 10th out recorded in the ball game, and the 10th out is brought to you by 10 Pin Bowling Centers. That remind you, if you haven't been bowling in a while, you should, because it could be right down your alley.
Thank you for that, Kip. All right, that'll bring up the left fielder, Larry Borrego, a left-hander. 1-3-4, gold catcher. Autry is not gold. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not. We're going to outfield drama for the first time, so we're going to check out and see if the Charlotte outfielders can make the play. It's a 2-3. Center fielder iron. No, Barkdahl is actually gold, so he will make the play without issue. And that'll be out number 2. Barkdahl can run him down out there, not a problem. And that'll bring up Joel Weber, shortstop. 3-4-4. Is the pitcher a prospect? No, Steve Show is a veteran. Is the batter patient? No, he's actually eager. So he will pop out to Oberbeck at second, and that's going to end the inning. So 2 scoreless frames here in Charlotte, as both pitchers are on their game early. And we go to the top of the third. This will be the final inning of full freshness for both pitchers coming up. And the shortstop, Nick Rayford, will lead things off. Youngster trying to find his way with the Buffalo team. Get a 2-3-4. There are no runners on base. He's not a hot batter, so he will pop out to third. There are no hot or cold batters since this is the first game of the season, so I'm not worrying about that. He does pop out to third for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Rocky Oberbeck, second baseman. 3-3-4, ace or star. He's a semi-star. The dot gives it to him, so it's a pop-up to first base. And not a problem there as Ricky Roynell puts it away. 2 down. As the Bees still are off to a slow start offensively. Looked good early because Clark got the leadoff single, but then that pickoff kind of took all the starch out of him. Here's Dollywall, the right fielder. Lefty hitter. 1-2-4 is, does the pitcher have control? Yes, he doesn't. He's semi-controlled. Sire says no. Is the batter eager? No, he's not. So he will walk. How about that? And if he's active, he will steal. He is active, so Dollywall will walk and then steal second base. So he's in scoring position all of a sudden now with 2 outs. The Bees might have something buzzing. Dollywall is at second after the walk and the stolen base. And now back to the top of the order for Lamont Clark. See if he can repeat his performance of a base hit from before. 1-2-6 though. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. It's a line out to second, and that's going to end the inning. So what looked like promising 2-out magic there for the Bees just didn't quite pan out. And Kip, I don't know what to tell you. They just seem to be having struggles here.
Yeah, you're right. They just need to be more patient.
All right, bottom of the third we go. Thank you for that excellent analysis there, Kip. All right, that'll bring up Vince Hairston, the right fielder, right-handed hitter, veteran. Two, 4, 6. Does the pitcher have control? No, he does not. Is the batter eager or a sad sack? He's a semi-sad sack. We've got to re-roll to see if he is a sad sack. He is a sad sack, so he will pop to third. He pops it up, and Keel is right there at even keel to make the catch, one away. And that'll bring up the shortstop, the third baseman, Nick Kittinger, number 9 hitter. 2, 5, 6. Pitcher is not a struggler. Is he champion or patient? No, he's not. We got infield drama, so we're checking the infield fielding prowess of the Bees. Hit a 1, 6. Shortstop gold. Shortstop in this case for the Bees is Rayford. He's actually semi-iron, so he's not gold. So it's going to get through for a base hit. So Nick Kittinger gets a 2-out single. And now the challenger is looking to get 2-out rally going. Actually, 1-out rally, I'm sorry. Got ahead of myself. Don't want to cheat them out of an out.
That's right, Robbie. Make sure you know how many outs there are.
Well, Kip, I can say you could make sure you know my name. It's Ronnie, not Robbie.
Sorry about that, Ronnie.
All right, here's Winston numbers. 2, 5, 6. Struggling, no. Champion or patient? He is both. So he will draw a base on balls, and now it's getting a little bit more exciting than the Bees would like, as 2 are on with only 1 out. Now numbers can't steal because Kittinger is in front of him, but still, you don't want to have these guys on the base paths. More base runners calls for more trouble. And here is the dangerous Price Dow. Show has to show some stuff here. 1, 3, 5. It's the unusual chart result, and the black 1 means we're going to the ballpark. We're going to Amicable Insurance Park. Against right-handers, it feels as a normal ballpark. Normal ballpark. 3, 4. Big ballpark. Nope. If it was, it'd drop in for a single. Otherwise, the shortstop snags it for a ground out. And on a 3, that's a fielder's choice. So it was actually, Rayford made a nice play on that. He will throw to second to get numbers sliding in. Kittinger will go to third, but now there are 2 outs. Numbers is erased from the base path. Kittinger goes to third. And Price Dow, the new runner, at first. So runners on the corners, 2 down. And that'll send us to the very dangerous Ricky Roynell. So you have to be very, very careful with him. Show has to really bear down here. 2, 4, 6. Does he have control? Yes, he does. It's a ground out right back to Show, and the inning is over. So nothing doing through 3 innings here at Amicable Insurance Park, although the Challengers certainly challenged the scoreboard there, but they came away empty-handed as Show was up to the task, particularly against the tough part of the lineup. So that will take us now to the to the top of the 4th, where both pitchers are now semi-fresh. And as a reminder, this is, since we're in the 4th inning, that is the New York Lottery home run inning. If any Buffalo player hits a home run in the 4th inning, one lucky listener will win a jackpot that starts out tonight at $500 and then increases by 50 each night. There is no winner. Tonight's contestant is Anthony Morelli of Depew. So good luck, Mr. Morelli. If any of the Bees players in this inning hit a home run, you will be the recipient of a $500 New York Lottery payout. So J.R. Keel is your first chance. He is a semi-slugger, so you got a chance there, Mr. Morelli. 2, 5, 6. Pitcher a struggler? No. Champion or patient? He's neither one. We got infield drama, so this won't be a home run. It'll be an infield drama check. That's a 4, 5. Shortstop iron. Shortstop for Charlotte is Weber. He is semi-iron. The sire die does not give him the iron quality. So it will be a ground out to short. He recovers in time to throw out Keel. So that one little missing dot there cost him a potential of getting a base runner on. So that'll bring up Joe Barkdahl. He definitely has a chance to get Mr. Morelli a home run payout of $500. Maybe not with that roll. 244. 244. Is the pitcher an ace? No, he's not. Is the batter a champion? Yes, he is. It's a single to center field, so it's no home run, but it will be a single for Barkdahl. 1 out single. And maybe that's a good start for the Bees to get something going with only 1 out. And Todd Sergeant, a semi-home run king. Boy, that's who you want up there, Mr. Morelli. You want a guy like Todd Sergeant to get you a chance to get that jackpot. 355, though. Is he a champion? No, he's not. He's going to ground out to second unless he's a whiffer. He's not a whiffer, so it's a ground out to second. Lead die of 3 is a fielder's choice, so Barkdahl will be erased. And Sergeant will reach first base on the fielder's choice. The out will go 4-6 as Dow flipped to Weber for out number 2. And that'll bring up Dallas Autry. Last chance for Mr. Morelli right now to get the home run jackpot. But Autry is a slugger and a semi-home run king, so you still got a good chance to get it. 1-3-4. Gold catcher, no, he's not. Champion, no, he's not. It's outfield drama, so there won't be a home run here, but we might get a base hit on outfield drama. 1-5, left fielder gold. Left fielder Borrego is actually semi-iron, so he's not going to be gold. It's going to be a single to left field, and on a lead die of 1, that's only going to be a 1 base advancement. Let's put runners at first and second. That was in the purple category, so we are going for the first time to the chemistry chart for the next at bat. And that belongs to Dylan Hutto, the designated hitter. Both teams are semi-harmonious due to the fact that it's opening day. Now they're both neutral. 4-5. Batting team harmony, no. It's going to ground out to the shortstop. And Weber makes the play to end the inning. So, unfortunately, Mr. Morelli did not come away with the jackpot. You do get some scratch-off tickets from the Buffalo Lottery, but the jackpot will now increase to $550 for the next game. And hopefully we will have a winner soon. But we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Steve Show back out again, semi-fresh. And Wesolowski, power hitting catcher, will be up to lead things off for Charlotte. And unfortunately, Mr. Morelli, if Charlotte hits home run inning, that doesn't count. 2-2-3. Wild, no slugger or utility. He's neither one. He will single to left field. He's not active, but he will reach base on the single. So Wesolowski, not a very good runner, not a very fast runner, but he is on base. That's the important thing. Base hit for Wesolowski. And that brings up designated hitter Rufus Williams. He is a semi-slugger. 4-5-5. Is he flash? Yes, he is. It's a strikeout, unless he has a good eye, which he does not. So it is a strikeout. Big strikeout there for Show, as he took care of Rufus. That'll bring up Larry Borrego. Borrego flew to center his first chance. 1-4-6. Flash again. Yes, he is. And again, it's another strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts for Show. Yeah, Show is showing him how to do it, isn't he? He certainly is, at least in this inning. But he's still got to get through Joel Weber. Now 2 outs. Wesolowski still at first. 2-3-6 double control. He does not have that, so it will be a walk. Base on balls issued to Weber. And that'll put 2 on. And again, Show dealing with base runners. Just like he did in the 3rd inning. He's going to do it again here in the 4th. Runner is in scoring position for the right fielder Vince Hairston. Hairston popped to third his first time up. That's a 1-3-5, again, the unusual play, but a 1, a blue 1, means we're going to the umpire chart for the first time. And with runners at first and second, we'll be looking at that particular chart. We'll bring in the first and second base umpires because they may be the ones involved. Annie Hernandez is at first, Delacambri is at second. So let's see which one is being checked on. That's a 3-4. Questionable umpire at second. Delacambri is questionable. Calls runner out at second despite foot off the bag. So how about that? How about that? It was a ground ball. Ground ball to short. And when Rayford threw to Overbeck, not realizing there were already 2 outs, was trying to turn the double play. And when he received the ball, his foot was already off the bag, but Delacambri didn't see that, and we'll call the force out to be a good play, and that will end the inning. And we will end up going now to the 5th. Still no score. So we're going to call that a 6-4 fielder's choice, but it should have been bases loaded because the umpire Delacambri missed it, but we'll take it. So now we go to the 5th. And as we start the 5th, a reminder that the 5th inning is sponsored by the law offices of Howie, Cheatham, and Daly. That remind you when all else fails, just plead the 5th. All right, Nick Rayford out to face Nick Gilmer. A couple of Nicks here. Couple of Nicks. Let's see who nicks who. 3-4-6. Is he eager? No, he's not. It's a leadoff walk. He's not active. He won't steal, but we will go to the chemistry chart for the next at bat. So Rayford gets that leadoff walk, and when you get the leadoff walk in an inning, that tends to bode well for your offense. Just something about it tends to lead to a run.
Yeah, I agree, Ronnie, but we're doing so poorly right now. We may not be able to stand the prosperity.
Well, we'll see, Kip. We'll see. Chemistry chart result. Ricky Oberbeck. Both teams are now neutral. 1-2 batting team distance. No, it's going to be a fence check for Oberbeck. A fence check for Oberbeck. He has neutral. He's not a scrapper. He's not a slugger. Any of that stuff. He's neutral. So a 6 would be a home run. 4 to 5 would be a triple. 1 through 3 will be at least be a double. That's a 2, so it's a double. A double. And with a lead die of 1, that's going to be a 2-base advancement for Rayford. So that puts runners at second and third with nobody out. And this is the time for the Bees to... needs to sting the challengers here and break through on the scoreboard. Second and third, nobody out. Infield will lay back for now. That could change. And we'll see what happens here. Number 9 hitter, Greg Dollywall, stepping to the plate. Dollywall walked and stole a base his first time up, but now he's got a chance to drive in the first run of the year here against Nick Gilmer after that fence check by Oberbeck. So 2-5-5. 2-5-5 is the pitcher a star. He is a star, so that's going to be a strikeout. He doesn't have the good eye, so he will strike out. So a big, huge strikeout there by Gilmer to get Dollywall. And now with 1 out, now they will bring the infield in against Lamont Clark. Figuring with 1 out, it's less of a gamble. So we're back to the top of the order for Lamont Clark. 3, 5, 6. That's the split chance. Righty on righty is a strikeout. Circle K strikeout. That strikeout sponsored by Circle K Convenience Stores. 3 Buffalo area locations. Check them out. But right now, that Lamont's not worried about that. He's upset about striking out. And Gilmer trying to do his magic to pitch out of this inning. Infield's back to normal. 2 strikeouts after the first 2 have reached. And it's up to J.R. Keel to keep this going, or the Bees will blow a golden opportunity.
Yeah, Ronnie, hate to see them blow something like this when they had a chance to get a run, probably 2. And they're just not being patient. Although it looked like that time Lamont was too patient. It took a call strike.
That's right, Kip. Let's see if Keel can be even keel and get this run home for us. So 1-2-6. Is he fresh?
He is semi-fresh. The decider die gives it to him. It's a line out to second. And how about that? Mr. Gilmer pitches out of that mess. Second and third, nobody out, and he gets out of it. The score remains tied, zip to zip. And boy, that's going to come back to haunt the Bees. I'm almost certain of it. When you give up a golden opportunity like that, that generally comes back to rue its ugly head. And one of the guys that's really disappointed is Steve Show. He was hoping to get some run support, but not to be. 9th place hitter Nick Kittinger will lead off for Charlotte. Here in the bottom of the 5th, no score. The Kittinger, Numbers, and then Dow. Show 113. Is he an ace or dynamic? He is neither. Is the batter a slugger? No, he's a semi-scrapper. He will single to center, though. But if he's a sad sack or a home run king, he will strike out. He's neither one of those, so it will be a base hit by the number 9 hitter, Nick Kittinger. And again, the challenger is putting runners on the base paths to kind of make uncomfortable Mr. Show. So Nick Kittinger, leadoff single. Now here comes Winston Numbers. You really got to be careful with him. Hopefully the Bees can turn 2. Numbers lined to second in the first, walked in the third. 166 is a workman or gilded? No. Is he a whiffer? No, he's not. It's a ground out to third with a lead die of 1. That's a double play around the horn. 5-4-3, just what the doctor ordered. And they managed to somehow double up the swift Winston Numbers. And that's, you don't expect that to happen very often, but it was hit so hard that even the speed of Numbers couldn't beat that out.
Yeah, Ronnie. It was a numbers game, and Buffalo won that game.
Yeah, they certainly did. None of the woods have worked yet, though, because Price Dow is still up there, and he can put one out in a hurry on his own. 1-3-4, goal catcher, no. Champion, he is a semi. Yes, he is a champion. It will be a single to left field, so a 2-out single for Price Dow, and boy, Show just can't get out of the inning. Gets a double play, but then gives up another single right behind it. And now the very dangerous Ricky Roynell stepping to the plate. Show's got to bear down. 2-3-6 double control. He's not having it. It's a walk. So all of a sudden now, after that double play, Charlotte has put 2 on to mount a 2-out rally. And with, thank goodness for the double play, or who knows where we'd be. But a 2-out walk puts runners at first and second. For the cleanup hitter, Waylon Wesolowski. He is a home run king. Got to be careful. 4-5-6. Is he patient? No, he's not. He's eager, so he will fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. So Show pitches out of that. Certainly the double play helped him. That result was in purple, so we're going to the chemistry chart for the very first at bat of the 6th inning. But at the end of the end of 5, rather, we still got no score. And it's a matter of who is going to flinch first, I think.
Yeah, Ronnie. This is the time to get it done. Maybe Gilmer's tired a little bit.
Well, he could be. You never know. Still going to keep his semi-freshness, though, because he hasn't given up a run. Same with Show. Even though we're going to the 6th inning, he would still keep that semi-freshness. All right, here's Joe Barkdahl. Singled his last time up, was raced on a fielder's choice. Trying to get something started for the Bees. 2-6-6. That's that leadoff hitter thing again. And Joe Barkdahl is the leadoff hitter of the inning. So that's the second time that has helped them out. Now, the last time it happened, to start the game, rolled another 2-6-6, and the runner got picked off. So Barkdahl is trying to avoid the same fate that Lamont Clark had to deal with. And Todd Sergeant stepping to the plate. Barkdahl getting his lead off first. Here's Sergeant. 2-4-4. Is he an ace? No, he's not an ace. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not a champion. He will ground to short unless he's a whiffer. He's not a whiffer. It's grounded to short. Lead die of 2 is a fielder's choice. So they will go to short way, 6-4, to force Barkdahl for out number 1. And Todd Sergeant takes over as the runner at first base. And that'll bring up the cleanup man, Dallas Autry. Actually, the number 5 hitter, Dallas Autry. Somebody's got to break through here eventually. 1-4-6. flash. He's actually got double flash. So he will strike out Dallas Autry, and he will also strike out the next man, Dylan Hutto. So back-to-back strikeouts on the double flash. Boy, it's like a double eye poke right there. Double strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Hutto's complaining because he didn't get a chance. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, that double flash. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Steve Show back out. We'll be facing Rufus Williams, the designated hitter.
Yeah, Ronnie, yeah. Gilmer really put some heat on that, didn't he?
He certainly did. So much heat, he got 2 outs in one swoop. Here's Rufus, 2-4-5. Is he a hero? Rufus is not a hero, so he will pop to second. He will pop to second. You know, I did something where I forgot to go to the chemistry chart. I thought I was supposed to go to the chemistry chart on one of those at-bats. I'm just going to let it go. Rufus Williams will pop to second. That is in red, so we will go to the experience chart. I won't forget it this time.
Yeah, Ronnie, why don't you pay attention to what you're doing?
Well, you try doing what I'm doing, Kip, and we'll come back and we'll talk. All right, so pop out to second. So we are going to the experience chart for Larry Borrego. He is a semi-prospect where Steve Show is an icon. So Show's got the advantage here, especially if he gets the dot. And it is a dot, so he's a full prospect. He's a full icon. 1-3. Prospect pitcher, no. So it's a ground out to third for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down, and that brings up Mr. Weber. (166). He's not a workman. Is he a whiffer? Weber is a whiffer, so he will strike out to end the inning. And a nice comeback there by Show to match Gilmer pitch for pitch pretty much. And we go to the bottom of the, we go to the top of the 7th. Still tied at 0-0. No score, which means since neither pitcher is giving up a run, they maintain their semi-freshness despite being past the 6th inning. Nick Rayford will come out. No action in either bullpen. Why would there be? Both pitchers are lights out pretty much. A couple of hiccups, but they've recovered from them. So here is Rayford. 4.66 control pitcher. He is a control pitcher. That means it's a single to left field. The pitch was read, and Rayford stroked it to left field for a leadoff single. That's where the control quality, the one roll where it will come back to get you as a disadvantage. And Rayford took advantage of it right there with that hit. And now, here comes Rocky Oberbeck. Rocky Oberbeck is up. And we're going to attempt a bunt here. We're going to see if Oberbeck can move him over. It's a 1d6 roll, and we'll see what happens. 1, he's going to be safe and beat it out. 2, he's going to be out. 3, 4, 5, he's going to be out with a good sacrifice. 6 is the only problem. That's a 4, so that's a good sacrifice. And let's see where it went. It went 2/3, so it's going to be 5-4 on the sacrifice bunt. But he got the job done and moved Rayford into scoring position with 1 out. And we'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Dollywall, who has walked and struck out. But he's got a chance with Rayford in scoring position and only 1 out to get it done. 3-4-6. 3-4-6. Is he eager? He is not eager. He will walk, and that's in purple. We're going to the chemistry chart for the next at bat of Lamont Clark. But all of a sudden now the Bees are putting runners on base. First and second, only 1 out, and Lamont Clark is up on the chemistry roll chance. Both teams again semi-harmonious. And they're both harmonious. 3-5. Pitching team distance, no. It's a ground out to short. Lead die of 3 is going to be a fielder's choice, so they will get the force on Dollywall. Rayford will take third, and Lamont Clark will reach first on the fielder's choice. It's going to go, the out's going to go 6-4 as Dollywall is erased. Rayford takes third. Lamont Clark reaches on the fielder's choice, but now there are 2 outs, and it's up to J.R. Keel to get it done. J.R. Keel. Bees are leaving runners on base too much, too often.
Yeah, Ronnie, they really need to come through, and I think JR will right here. I've got a feeling about it.
Well, I hope you're right, Kip. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? No, he's not. It's outfield drama. This could get it done. The defense of the Challengers has not been exactly exquisite, so they got a chance to get it done here. 2-3 on the outfield drama. Center fielder iron. Center fielder in this case is Numbers, Winston Numbers. He is not iron. So since he's not iron, he will make the catch. So unfortunately for the Bees, Winston Numbers ran that one down and took care of business. And we go to the bottom of the 7th, still goose eggs on the scoreboard. And the question is, who is going to flinch first? Steve Show will be up. And he will be facing right fielder Vince Hairston to lead things off, followed by Kittinger and Numbers. 2-3-5. 2-3-5. Is the pitcher wild? No. Is he eager? He is not eager. So he's going to ground to second unless he's patient, which he is not patient. So the ground out to second will be the official play. And Oberbeck will throw him out, 1 down. Number 9 hitter Nick Kittinger, third baseman. He's 2 for 2 from the number 9 hole. 5-6-6. That could be trouble. Is the pitcher wild? No. Does he have a good eye? No, he doesn't. It's a strikeout. Take that back. It's not going to be trouble. He struck him out. And that's in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for Show, who is hot via that strikeout. Numbers hit into the double play, so he is neutral. So we have a hot pitcher and a neutral batter on the right now chart for Winston Numbers. 5-6. Hot pitcher. Yes, he is. Show's best stuff. Retires side, alternating ground outs and flyouts. Well, that's the final out, so we'll just say he grounds out to, or Winston Numbers rather, will ground out to Rayford at short to end the inning. And 7 innings are in the books, and we still got nothing going on the scoreboard. It is zip to zip here at Amicable Insurance Park. And both pitchers, starting pitchers still in there. Both are semi-fresh. But something's got to give, you would think.
Hey, Ronnie, the 8th inning is brought to you by 8 Ball Billiards in downtown Buffalo, featuring a snack bar and more tables than anyone else. Come by, relax, shoot a game. Remember, we have more balls than anyone.
Thank you for that, Kip. We will start the top of the 8th with Joe Barkdahl, the best the Bees have. He's going to see if he can get something going here in the 8th. 3-4-6. Is he eager? No, he's not eager, so he will walk. If he's active, he would steal, but he's not active. He will walk, and that result was on the chemistry result. So Barkdahl will walk, and we'll go to the chemistry check on the next at bat for Todd Sergeant. So maybe now this is the time the Bees can sting. We go to the chemistry chart for Sergeant. Both teams are neutral now. 1-4. Batting team distance, no. So it's a single. And with a lead die of 1, it's only a 1-base advancement. But now the Bees have runners at first and second with nobody out. And the cleanup hitter, or the number 5 hitter, Dallas Autry, is up. And he's a hero slugger and home run king, semi-home run king, so we're not going to have him bunt. We're going to see if he can. They're going to see if he can't do some damage from that 5 position. And now the bullpen for Charlotte starting to loosen just a little bit as Mr. Van Galder, a lefty, is loosening down the pen for the Challengers. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? No, he's not. The sire die says he's not fresh. Utility or sad sack. He is neither one. So that's a single to left, but he's got a delta rating of a double. And the single to left on the 1-1-6 does show the delta. So that is a double. And how about that? Dallas Autry with a double. That will score Barkdahl. Sergeant, though, will only be able to go 2 bases because he's not active, so he can't score. He's actually stoic. But it's second and third, and the Bees finally get on the scoreboard thanks to Mr. Autry with that double. Dallas Autry puts the Bees on the board, and maybe they have things buzzing. Still nobody out. Nick Gilmer is now a semi-struggler because he's given up 3 consecutive hits. And you wonder whether or not Charlotte manager Clyde Garland will go to his pen yet. He does have Van Galder, a lefty,
But coming up now is Hutto, a righty. And actually, they also have right-handed action in the bullpen as well. They do have right-hander Francisco Torres. I'm sorry, not Francisco Torres. Right-hander Rogelio Perez is also loosely in the pen. So second and third, let's get Autry out to second base. Don't forget him. Second and third, nobody out. The infield's going to have to come in. There's no choice in the matter. So maybe the floodgates are opening.
Yeah, Ronnie, it's about time. Autry came through with that big double. And with that delta, really took care of him.
Yeah, the delta rating sure to give him that boost for sure. Gilmer, visit to the mound, but they're going to stick with Gilmer against the righty, Dylan Hutto. But the infield is in. 3-6-6. He's not a pinch hitter. It's a fly out to center. And stoic runner on third base has to hold. So Sergeant, who is stoic, cannot score on the sacrifice fly. So even though it's medium deep, he's just so slow he can't score. So a break there for Charlotte. As numbers put it away, and unable to move up was Sergeant. That'll bring up Rayford. Gilmer hanging tough. Infield still in. 4-5-6. Is he patient? No, he's not. It's a fly out to center. And this is with a lead die of 4. It will be deep enough to score Sergeant. It is now 2-0 Buffalo on the sacrifice fly by Rayford. Sergeant comes in to score. 2-0. There are now 2 outs with the bases empty, but 2 big runs come in. Autry will stay at second with 2 down. And here's Rocky Oberbeck, the lefty. And with Oberbeck coming in, the lefty, Nick Gilmer will be lifted. And the fans here will give him a round of applause. And as we await for the new pitcher, Craig Van Galder, to come on, we will take a short time out. Okay, we are back with Craig Van Galder getting his warm-up tosses in. A reminder, this pitching change is brought to you by Darling Diapers. When things get wet or smelly, it's always time for change. All right, so 2 down. Rocky Oberbeck is a lefty-on-lefty matchup. And Van Galder will acquire the ace quality because he's coming in mid-inning. So he's going to be an ace on this at-bat, along with being a semi-star with semi-control. So Oberbeck trying to get another insurance run if they can. Let's see. 2-4-5. Is he a hero? He is not a hero. He will pop to second, and that will end the inning. But it's a profitable one for the Bees. They pick up 2 runs, and they do it on 2 hits, a walk and a sacrifice fly. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is now 2-0 favor of the Bees. And Show back out now has those 2 runs of support. And now the Buffalo bullpen is now starting to stir a little bit, just in case they don't want what happened to Gilmer to happen to Show. So they do have Dr. No, Derek No, loosening in the bullpen, the lefty. He is loosening just in case Show runs into any problems. Right now it'll be Price Dow. Dow 1 for 3.
Yeah, Ronnie, it's a good time. Good thing we finally got on the scoreboard. Got tired of seeing all the zeros, at least on the Buffalo side.
I was too, Kip. I was too. Here's Bryce Dow. 1-2-6. He's not fresh. So is he a sad sack? No, he's not. It's going to be a single past second base. And now the Buffalo bullpen, Derek No, starting to warm up a little bit more fervently as Show may be running out of gas. Dow with a leadoff single is also in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for the dangerous Ricky Roynell. And a cold pitcher now in Steve Show. Roynell is neutral, but Show is cold for giving up that hit on the right now chart. 4-6. Hot pitcher, no he's not. If he did, he would strike out the batter. Otherwise, grounded the pitcher with the only play at first base. So Dow is going to advance to second. The out's going to go 1-3. And they do retire the dangerous Roynell. And I guess they get off a little bit, luckily, as they only give up
one base position, but they do record the very first out of the inning, which was important. And now Waylon Wesloski is on the lefty with a big home run power, and that's going to be it for Steve Show. Steve Show will be lifted, and the Charlotte crowd giving him a nice golf clap applause to appreciate his efforts. But it will be Derek No. Derek Dr. No will be coming on, and he will be getting the ace quality because it's middle inning. It's also semi-star with flash. And he's going to face Wesloski lefty on lefty. Wesloski 1 for 3 with a single in this game. Dow is at second with 1 out. The pitch from No, 1-3-5. We've got the unusual play. And on a red 1 and a black 3, that goes to memorable plays in the field. 2-6. 2-6, third baseman iron. Third baseman is Keel. He is iron. It says caught lounging, weakly hit ball sneaks past for a base hit. So that's going to score Dow with a lead die lead die of 2. Let's see if that scores him or not. Lead die of 2 may not score him from third. Let's take a look. How does Dow run? That's another question. Bryce Dow is semi-stoic. So let's see, lead die of 2. And it's only a 1 base advancement, so Dow will have to stop at third base actually. But Keel wasn't even Keel there. He was kind of daydreaming and let that ball get by him. Fortunately, left fielder Clark was able to get it quickly and get it back in, keep Dow at third base, keep him from scoring. But now runners are at the corners with only 1 out. And Rufus Williams, the batter, tough right-hander, and more action in the bullpen for the Bees, as they do have right-hander Chris Page loosening in their bullpen. Chris Page is loosening in the bullpen, so we have used Derek No, and they've used Van Galder. So those are 2 of the pitchers that have been used. All right, runners at the corners. 1 out, infield playing back for a double play with a 2-0 lead. But it's in jeopardy. Here's Rufus Williams. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. Autry is not iron. Does he have a good eye? No, he does not. Struck him out. Big strikeout there for Derek No. Dr. No with the K. And that's in blue, so we're going to the right now chart again. And this time No is going to be hot. And Larry Borrego is going to be neutral. And it's a lefty on lefty matchup, so everything seems to point to Derek No's way. Let's see. He is a hot pitcher. Trying to get out of the jam. 6-6. Hot batter, No. It would have been a home run. Otherwise, it's still a fence check for Borrego. Fortunately, for the Bees, he's not a slugger. He is normal, neutral. But if he rolls a 6 again, that could be a home run. Either way, it's going to be a base hit that's going to score at least 1 run, maybe 2. That's a 6. It's gone. A 3-run homer for Larry Borrego. And boy, Dr. No is just hanging his head. He can't believe it. The Bees had 2 runs, and now they've given up 3 with consecutive rolls of 6. That's unbelievable. Yeah, Ronnie, I think this thing is rigged, Ronnie. There's something going on here. I don't know what it is, but there's got to be something going on. Well, what's going on, Kip, is it's a 3-2 ball game. Charlotte is back in the lead, and now their closer is loosening in the bullpen, and that closer is Doyle Hajic, a right-hander. He's loosening in the bullpen, and now you got to wonder about Mr. No, if he can continue. He got the first out. Okay, he needs to get 1 more out. I guess they'll let him finish the inning and try to avoid using another pitcher. Here's Weber. Figure Weber's not much of a threat. 2-2-5. 2-2-5, is he a star? Yes, he is. So it's going to be a ground out to Rayford at short to end the inning. But damage done. Damage is done. And we go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Bees as the bullpen is just giving up the lead. It is a 3-2 ball game now in favor of Charlotte. And as we head to the 9th inning is brought to you by Strange Brew Magic Stores in Kenmore and Buffalo.
Stop by either location, whether you need ninth inning magic or any kind of a magic. Strange Brew will do the trick. So let's see if Strange Brew can send some good vibes to the Bees and kind of throw off the challengers as they have a 3-2 lead. It'll be bottom of the order Dollywall, who's like a pseudo leadoff hitter. It'll be Dollywall and then Clark and Keel. Hopefully somebody gets on. We get to Barkdahl and Sergeant. That's where the Bees can maybe make some hay. Dollywall has walked twice, so he's gotten on base twice, and he is active if he does get on. So the righty is an A-star double flash with control. It's a very tough pitcher. Very tough pitcher there, Mr. Hayjack. So let's see what he can do here against Dollywall. Ruelas, Ranieri, and Ziegler on the bench for the Bees, but I think you're better off sticking with Dollywall. 1-4-5. 1-4-5. Struggler, no, it's a ground out to first. And Roynell will just take it to the bag himself. One away. One down. The Bees are running out of outs. It's Lamont Clark due up. And let's see, do they want to go to the bench? That's a possibility. They are going to go to the bench for Lamont Clark. They're going to pinch hit with Miguel Ruelas because he is a home run king. He's got that home run power. So Ruelas is going to pinch hit for the Bees. Big pinch hitter right here. If he gets a chance to hit home run, he's the home run king, so they can give him a shot. If it does go to the bottom of the ninth, the Bees can always bring in Seth Ranieri, who is a backup outfielder, to play defense. But they're going for the offense right here with Miguel Ruelas. And that home run king just sticks out right there, so Hayjack has to be careful. 2-3-6 is double control. He doesn't have it, so Ruelas will walk. So how about that? Ruelas, he's semi-stoic, so I think he's going to be replaced on the base paths. Well, it really doesn't matter. The other Ranieri is semi-stoic as well, so they're going to leave him out there, I guess. So Ruelas draws the one-out walk to give the Bees some hope. A pinch hit walk. Pinch hit walk. And that will send up J.R. Keel. If anybody gets on, we got Barkdahl. So maybe the Strange Brew is sending some magic our way, all the way down here from Buffalo to Charlotte. We'll see. Here's Keel. Had that big error last time, trying to make up for it. Oh, he's not going to do it. 1-6-6. Is he a whiffer? No, he's not. It's a ground out to third, which the lead dive one is a double play. And Keel just killed the rally and ends the ball game. Bad outing there for Keel. That double play goes 5-4-3 around the horn to end the inning. And the Bees drop the opener in Charlotte by the score of 3-2. And a tough, tough loss. Tough loss. After you had a 2-0 lead and they should have won it, and just one bad roll. Double sixes got them. Strange Brew couldn't bail them out. Well, Kip, what do you think?
Well, Ronnie, it was an exciting game. It's unfortunate to come up on the short end of the stick, 3-2. But there's two other games here in Charlotte, so anything can happen at this point.
That is true. That is true, Kip. That is true. Let's get the totals for you. In fact, we'll take a station break and come back with the totals.
All right, we're back here in Charlotte. The final totals for the Challengers: 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 7 left. For the Bees, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 9 left. Winning pitcher is Van Galder. He's, of course, 1-0. And the loss, unfortunately, goes to Derek No. And the save goes to Hayjack, obviously his first. Well, Ronnie, I think I knew not scoring in the fifth when they had second, third, nobody out would come back to bite them, and it sure did.
Yep, Kip, that was a key moment in the game. This other stuff wouldn't have mattered had they scored a couple of runs. They would have still had a big enough lead, but it just didn't happen that way, and that's just the way things go. And that's why there's 53 more games to play, because chance always in baseball, you come back tomorrow and your momentum is as good as the next starting pitcher. And speaking of that, for the Bees, it will be Trini Pimentel coming in to pitch tomorrow for the Bees. Now, those games against Charlotte will not be on the air. Next time that
the two of us are on the air will be from Las Vegas, Sin City, as the Bees will travel to Las Vegas to take on the Big Shots for a 2-game set right after they finished this 3-game set here in Charlotte, before coming home and taking on those New York Skyliners in the home opener, which we're definitely looking forward to. A 9-game homestand will be coming up after the 5-game road trip. Let's look at the rest of the league and their schedule. Of course, this is the only game on right now. The other ones are being played later this evening. It'll be Vancouver at San Antonio, Nashville at New York, Milwaukee at Las Vegas, Chicago at St. Louis, and Montreal at New York. Those are the 3-game sets that will be going on for the first 3 games of the season. Final thoughts, Kip?
Well, Ronnie, like I said, it was an exciting game, but hate to see the Bees miss golden opportunities like they did in the 5th inning. Really had a chance to get something done there. And, of course, they left some guys on in the 8th inning as well, runner at second, that they could have scored, but weren't able to get it done. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you got to tip your cap to the other team, and Borrego got the great roll and hit that 3-run homer to win it. He is the player of the game, Larry Borrego. His 3-run homer at the bottom of the 8th was the difference. He is the star of the game. Definitely the star of the game.
Yeah, he is. He is, Kip. There's no doubt about it. All right, folks. That's going to do it here from Amicable Insurance Park. Game 1 of the season opener comes. The Bees fall short by 1 run, 3-2. They'll try it again. And the next time we see you, we'll be from Sin City in Las Vegas, as the Bees will be traveling out west to take on those Big Shots. For my partner, Kip Scary, this is Ronnie Robinson saying so long from Amicable Insurance Park in Charlotte. Again, the final score is Charlotte 3, Buffalo 2. All right, folks, that's my imaginative version of this league. Like I said, I don't know how it's going to come across. I thought, hopefully it was fun for you guys to watch. Might have been a little corny. Maybe it's a lot corny. I don't know. Maybe that was done by design as well. But I had a lot of fun with it, and I think that's the purpose of this set, is to have fun. And I certainly look forward to doing that. Now, the rest of the games will be played offline in this series. I will play the Buffalo Charlotte games manually. The rest of the league, I will use the universal results chart to get win-loss records. And then we'll be back for Game 4 of the season, which will be in Las Vegas. And the trolley will take us to Sin City. And at that point, hopefully, Buffalo can right the ship and get things moving in the right direction. That's going to do it from here. Hope you enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And as usual, I will see you